One fall, television time remaining for the NWA television title and $10,000. Introducing first, the challenger, the Universal Heavyweight Champion, weighing 220 pounds. Here is Carlos Colon. And now the NWA television champion, weighing 236 pounds, Tully Blanchard. For the television title and $10,000, time remaining.
One fall. Time remaining now. The NWA Television Championship on the line. Tully Blanchard defending that title against Carlos Colon. Interestingly now, because Carlos Colon is the Universal Heavyweight Champion. He's out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. One of the most fluid competitors I've ever seen, and there's a beautiful example of that. A great spin under takedown by Colon, and Blanchard very quickly complaining to the referee that there was nothing wrong with what Colon did. He caught him by the arm, not by the trunks. Referee Fargo is going to have his hands full because Blanchard is one of the most devious competitors in the sport today. Another beautiful wing over that time by Carlos Colon. And then again, Blanchard complaining. Blanchard is a psychological master in the ring. He will press every advantage possible, gets the side headlock. Top wrist lock now. And it is Blanchard who's taken to the canvas by Carlos Colon. Blanchard gets a foot on the ropes. That causes the break. Colon was very wary of him, however. Both men exceptionally fast. Blanchard will try and psych his opponent out. He'll insult him verbally. Drives the knee to the midsection, then the elbow rabbit punch to the back of the head into a hip lock takedown. Keeping the head scissors, and again, Blanchard utilizing those ring ropes. That'll force the break. So Blanchard has been on the break. It's Blanchard coming down across the femoris muscles of Carlos Colon. Single leg pickup. And again, punishing those quadricep femoris muscles. And so Mr. Colon may be having some problems with that left leg if and when he regains his feet. Now, Mr. Colon just gave Mr. Blanchard another lesson. Blanchard backing away into the corner. Blanchard out of West Texas State was a quarterback for their football team. More world champions have come out of West Texas State than any other institute of higher learning in the country. 3 world champions have come out of there. Dory Funk Jr., Terry Funk, and the American Dream. What is his name? Dusty Rhodes. We saw Dusty at the beginning of the program. He and, of course, Manny Fernandez, the Raging Bull, are the World Tag Team Champions. I have a hunch that Dusty is watching this program right now and heard me... Carlos Colon caught him, and Tully Blanchard has left the ring. Blanchard. You can hear the hoots and the cries of the crowd. They are not very happy with Tully Blanchard. But one thing you must say about the man, through devious means or otherwise, he has maintained that NWA Television Championship, and that $10,000 challenge has yet to be met successfully by anyone. Colon stalking him. Blanchard meets him head on, collar and elbow. Colon pulls him back into the turnbuckle. And it's Blanchard that time uncorking a hard right hand. A rear chin lock now by Blanchard. Now belly to back souffle by Tully Blanchard. He went back to the basics in a hurry, and Colon powers out before the count. And it's Blanchard now into a rear chin lock. Blanchard really beginning to mount more and more pressure on Carlos Colon, but he's faced pressure all of his life. Colon is going to be hard-pressed here. He's looking at that $10,000 in that NWA championship, and he uses those elbows very effectively. A good shoulder smash by Colon as he comes off the ropes. Rolling reverse by Colon. Blanchard catches him, however. A hard right hand to the side of the head, and another one right square in the eye. And Mr. Colon has got some problems now. Referee Fargo down there checking those shoulders, a 2 count. And again, Tully Blanchard goes into a rear chin lock. Here in the class of the 80s so far, thus far today, you have seen the AWA heavyweight champion, Rick Martel, the NWA world heavyweight champion, Ric Flair. You've seen the Mid-Atlantic Tag Team champions, and now you're seeing the Universal heavyweight champion, Carlos Colon, and the NWA television champion, Tully Blanchard. Top wrist, aha, Blanchard got that extra leverage that time, pulling at the tights of Carlos Colon. And Blanchard denying, of course, to the referee that he did anything that was out of the ordinary. And when you stop to think about Blanchard's techniques and his methodology in the ring, what he did then was not out of the ordinary at all. He is a confirmed rule breaker, no question about it. Blanchard drives that knee, now an inverted press. Again, Colon powers out. Be that as it may about Tully Blanchard, I'll tell you one thing. Nobody can take away from him the fact that he is an outstanding athlete. He is a thinking man's wrestler. There's no question about that. All right, watch Colon now. Let's see how he's going to escape and counter if he can. Colon back to his feet. Trying to hook an arm or a hand. Now he's going to... forearms into the side of the rib cage of Tully Blanchard. And now it's Colon using that right hand very effectively, and then a headbutt that drives Blanchard into the ring ropes. And Blanchard's head is bobbing and weaving. He's in trouble. Blanchard rocked and rolled again. And it could be that Carlos Colon is just a heartbeat away from picking up $10,000. As Colon caught him in a high backdrop. It's Blanchard back to the canvas once again. Referee Fargo watching around, and Colon explodes with another looping right hand. Another one to the side of the head that puts the television champion back up against the ropes. An Irish whip that has Tully Blanchard staggered, and Colon drives the knee home. It is Carlos Colon with another hard right hand to the head. Carlos Colon up on that second ring rope. And now pounding away at the head of Tully Blanchard. The NWA television champion has indeed perhaps met his match right now. Only a 3 count is separating Carlos Colon from the NWA Television Championship and $10,000. Colon catches him again, and Blanchard now dazed, staggered, swinging wildly. It's Colon catching him once again. Cartwheels off to one side, drives home a hard right hand, and Blanchard, all but out on his feet, is now driven back to the canvas once again. Blanchard badly lacerated now, and Carlos Colon, seizing that opportunity, issues more punishment to that already lacerated area of the head of one Tully Blanchard. Blanchard into those ropes, crawling through those ropes, and is outside the ring. Blanchard is a desperate man at this point in time. The NWA Television Championship on the line, plus $10,000. And a high vertical suplex by Carlos Colon has Blanchard all but out on the ring. Blanchard caught again and drops back to the canvas. Carlos Colon brings him back to his feet. Colon, Blanchard hanging on for dear life. Colon, and a reversal here by Blanchard. Leapfrog by Colon. Colon tries, into that rope. Into the rope, and it is, look at Blanchard reaching for extra leverage on that second rope. He's reaching for extra leverage on that second rope, and whether or not that was caught, apparently it was by the referee. The referee has caught it. The match is over. Blanchard disqualified, but it's not over as far as Carlos Colon is concerned. He wants to avenge himself. He wants some honor and justice done here, and that's exactly what he feels he's going to get now as he continues to move against Tully Blanchard. Tully Blanchard, the NWA television champion, maintains his championship, but brother, I'll tell you what, he's paying a price for it now. He's paying in poundage. Carlos Colon pounding at him with everything that he's got. And And you can see there the expression of the wrestling fans of how they feel about this man, Blanchard, who has managed to hold on to that title, but that's about all. Blanchard now beating a hasty retreat. And so the Universal Heavyweight Champion, Carlos Colon, standing alone in the ring, denied in his quest of gaining the NWA Television Championship and that $10,000. But Mr. Tully Blanchard knows that he was in a war that he'll never forget, and that a fellow like Carlos Colon is not done with him yet. Carlos Colon will be back after Tully Blanchard, no question about it. But here we see exactly as the situation started, and, eventually Tully Blanchard reached up, grabbed that ring rope, and that caused a disqualification.